What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, bringing you another cold steel masterpiece, the Frontier Hawk. This badass drop forge 1055 high carbon blade is gets the job done kind of piece. Obviously I don't know if you can even see it in the sun, but I did my own touches, my own details on the wooden handle here. But this thing is not just a chopper, but they take the whole Frontier thing really seriously. This thing is a thrower and a chopper and a hitter, and it's even sometimes a lover. You know, you have to do that in private, otherwise you go to axe jail, because this thing is every single thing you would want a tomahawk to be. I use this a lot, so you can see my I'm starting to get some wear in the wood. Not here, this is not wearing. You can see the black is starting to wear a little bit, but that's just a testament of how much I actually use this thing. It is freaking awesome. This is just, I mean, completely Chief Hey I Want to Lay Ya badass. I love it. The handle is original. This is the one that came with it. I've had it for a long time. I use it a lot. I've done a lot of throwing with it, and it's been through the elements. I do a lot of chopping with it. I'll chop firewood with this all winter long instead of a real axe. But I'll do my firewood chops with this, and this thing is solid. It's gone nowhere. Now, obviously, it's just wood. So it comes, you know, just a slick piece of wood, you know, and you're intended to make it to your liking. For me, I use athletic tape, and then just did a little art on it with some orange and black, and I wind it up a little bit thicker at the bottom. That way I can get a really nice low grip and never lose it, and it really helps out when I throw. It puts my hand right against that knot, so I'm at the same position every single time I throw it. I know exactly how it's going to go, and I've thrown this a lot. This isn't one of those knives that I've never thrown, so I'd have to feel out. This one I can take out there and just whip it the first time and make it stick. And because I said that, there's a good shot when I throw this thing, it's going to go boing, which is an actual sound. So, without further poo-poo, I would like to show you how well this thing performs. And instead of the pallet, instead of something flat, I want to actually hit some kind of tree limb and really show you, because I want to show you the bite that you're going to get into the kind of wood you'd be chopping for firewoods, or firewoods, plural, or if you're making some kind of shelter. This thing is just awesome. So let's go play. All right, so I picked us a nice spot where we can get some things chopping. Let's knock away some of that little debris here. This thing is just it's an all-day cutter. I mean, literally, it's an all-day cutter. It's amazing. So what we'll do is we'll just chop off a couple of these big limbs here, and show you what we're talking about as far as the ability to cut and what this thing's good at, what it's good for. And it's pretty much good for everything, really. It's a pretty badass tomahawk. And usually when you hear tomahawk, you're not really thinking of a cutting axe. You're thinking of something to throw, right? You're thinking of something just to have fun with. And well, let's see if I can move this over. When you're talking about that, you're not thinking of serious chopping action, but that's exactly what this is. All right, so try to just get through this a little bit. It's just awesome. The bite this thing has is is great. And the bite is what causes the only issue, and the issue is it goes in so far it's hard to get out sometimes. But the thing, I mean, I have axes, full size axes, but I prefer this as far as cutting firewood is concerned. I actually prefer this. I have this, and I use my Kanji T-Hawk to do a lot of that kind of work. And I'll tell you what, you can't really beat this stuff. It's really, really good. So I haven't tried this yet. Some kind of batoning with it. But as you see, it doesn't know the difference of, you know, what it's supposed to be able to do and what it's not supposed to be able to do. This thing just does it. So let's see, can finish the job here, and of course we can. So I mean, I could do that again and again and again, but who cares? The edge is just, I mean, well, it's cold steel. This is a cold steel tomahawk. They didn't probably think of me when they designed this. They didn't say, hey, you know what, we need to design this for some jackass that's gonna, you know, baton firewood. You know, they didn't come across. What they thought is, hey, let's build something crazy strong, really nice to look at, and with amazing balance so you can chuck it. They weren't considering me doing this. They weren't considering batoning with a freaking tomahawk with a wooden handle. But guess what? I don't care what they thought. This thing can do anything. And speaking of anything, I say we go do some of that anything. Paint can. Look at that. That's flake of paint, not chips in the blade. You know, this thing, I wasn't gonna stop here and hit the paint can, but I'm so freaking easily distracted. That just destroyed. And that's a metal paint can. That just destroyed the metal paint can, but did not destroy the metal blade. Let's keep going. All right, so cold steel Frontier Hawk. What's it good at? Everything. What isn't it good at? Nothing. This thing, I'll tell you what, I did that whitetail Bowie, and this thing actually shaves down wood better than the, oh, did I just get out of frame? Sorry. Better than that Bowie. I'm trying to do some pushes here so I can show you some cool stuff. And this is with my throwing axe. I don't know if you could see how actually there's a bunch in there that look pretty good, but with a throwing axe or a tomahawk, however you want to call it, this thing, it's just so fine. You can do such nice little detail work. If you need to light a fire, you can make some good crush right here. And look at how easy it is to just work this blade. Man, that is pretty freaking sweet. So now, nice gentle little taps. It doesn't take much, and you're making, you know, a point for a trap, some kind of spear. You know, if you need to spear fish or set up a kill trap, you can make points like it's nobody's business. Awesome. This thing is it's fantastic. I love this thing. We're gonna keep working it. Okie dokie. I told you it's a thrower, and I told you I've thrown it plenty of times, so I should have no problems sticking it in on the first try. That being said, I'm probably gonna go over 30 here. So let me take it back. I'm gonna start at about 10 yards. That couldn't have landed any more straight. I mean, what do you want from me? I told you I threw this damn thing before. 10 yards is pretty far. So that's not bad. Just as I say that's not bad, I throw them pretty bad. which is funny because it hit on the blade, but I think I got tangled up in some of these vines. I'm blaming the vines. All right, go back. All right. Yeah, that is no problem. So here we are. It's just a beast of a thrower. I mean, I went back to my 10-yard mark, but then what I did is I took a single step back and did it that way. I'm wondering if I do this because it's easy for you guys to see it go in, because from a distance it's hard to see, you know, because I'm usually throwing knives. It's hard to see it go in. So what I think I might do is I might back you up to the spot I'm throwing it in so you can see the actual distance. Let's do that. Okay, so what I was going to do is I was going to go back 10 yards and launch it from there, but I have the space and I don't usually throw from 15, so I decided, why not? Let's throw from 15. I'm probably going to miss one or two or three, but what I will do is I won't press stop. I'm going to play it all the way through so you can see what it takes to learn the rotations on these, because it's a lot different throwing it from, say, 7 yards than it is from 15. The rotation, the spin is going to be way off, the power. But I think, I don't know, with a couple shots I might be able to nail it. Just so you know what this thing is really, really good for. In between the time it took me to replace the camera, I was attacked by the Taliban. They sent a tick after me, and I found it crawling up near where you guys are sitting, and I killed it with this thing. That's right, this thing will kill the Taliban when they come in tick form. All right, 15 yards. Well, remember that whole story about I'm probably going to miss a few first to learn the rotation? Do you see how that handle is straight up and down? Yeah, that didn't take me as long as I thought. That's how you throw a fucking tomahawk. Yeah, Cold Steel, I love you. Let's keep going. Yeah. Oh man, once I learned how to speak English again, I came here and I thought, that is what we call a perfect throw. You see this axe handle, whoop, is at a 90 degree to the ground. That blade is just whoop, completely into the tree. I mean, I couldn't have thrown that any better if I walked up and jammed it in there. Fan-freaking-tastic. Gotta say that that one impressed me a little bit. I'm pretty excited. So, what we learned: it's a great chopper. It's a great thrower. You can shave with it. You can make spikes with it. You can kill ticks with it. There isn't much you cannot do with the Cold Steel Frontier Hawk. I mean, I'm looking at a product right now that's telling me I am awesome. And not me, I mean, that's the product talking. It is exactly what you would guess a Cold Steel Tomahawk to be. Thing is freaking, oh, let's go 80s on you, man. This thing is radical. Yeah, totally awesome. I mean, if I was a Ninja Turtle, this is the shit I would carry. Awesome. So if you're looking for a good throwing tomahawk, a good chopping tomahawk, a good all-around camp axe, this is the Frontier Bowie. I am the foam helmet guy giving the reviews, and this is the Frontier Hawk by Cold Steel. I am Donnie B all day, and until next knife.